Lux Anguis here, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a crucial topic, which is about burning out, or simply said, burnout. In my occasion, it would be more so a spiritual slash magical burnout. And yeah, my insights and my guidance to that. What is burning out in its essence? What kind of picture you get by listening to burning out? What I have in mind, it looks like a match that has been ignited and its energy sprouts, and then it condenses itself, it becomes less and less, and then the energy, the flame vanished, and what resides and what is the end result of it is just coal. It's just empty black coal that has been used up. So this is the kind of image I evoke with or understand with burning out. And burning out, like so many other things, they, of course, they they are seen as something negative, which it is. It is kinda a negative symptom, or it's like a negative result of some sorts. It's like a complete loss of energy or a huge energy deficit. And when I'm right now, like there are different aspects of burning out. It can be at the workplace and jobs or things that you do that you don't bring cannot bring any more energies up for it, and you're basically so done with it that even your own physical body kinda has like literally a allergic reaction going there or doing this, or like you have so much, you are so empty of energy and enthusiasm and love and compassion for it that it simply becomes so meaningless, so depressing for you to continue doing this, which is very important to become conscious of it. It's, of course, it depends on the situationships people are in, because some people are literally forced um, to be in certain, or like they must force themselves to be in certain situationships so long so that they burn out. But burning out is just simply an underlying symptom or result of some actions that you do that are, on my experience, are not in alignment to you actually. Well, me, as of recently, I work very deeply with Lord Belial. And Lord Belial is a very, very fiery, like a war general type of being, very powerful, dark, and driving force type of being. And Lord Belial grants me huge amount of energies and of spurts of energies that I previously wouldn't have. And these energies has been used very, very well, like for self-improvement, self-development, self-empowerment, for building one's own inner and outer self up, one's own empire up. And Belial does that for a higher reason. Why he does that, why he does give you so much energy, why he burns you up with this energy. It seems sinister, it seems dark or evil or negative, but in actuality it isn't. In actuality it's just a darker way of self-refinement. You get so much energy inside of a system that you can do all of these things, if even if they are helpful or not helpful. And thus, when you're doing these things, thus you get faster its results or immediate feedback to a certain degree. So what does that mean? That just simply means certain things that you are doing for your self-development or for your growth, etc., are not in actuality in your best interest. Why? Because when you're doing these things, you don't actually feel better because of it, but you feel actually more emptier, more negative, more like frustrated and unfulfilled on many levels of things. And you feel inside of you like, this isn't actually something that I feel authentically drawn to or work with or actually doing, because you went into it with such intensity and depth. You came to its essence, experienced the essence, and because of this intensity, you kind of discovered that this isn't for you. It happens first, it happens subconscious level. Hence, why these things that you're doing become more and more depressing, more and more in this alignment with you, because you are so fast growing that there happens a subtle dissonance to your right now authenticity of your path. Hence, these energies that you are producing with it gets wasted in a sense, or don't get a proper response of cultivation. Hence it becomes less and less and less correspondence, less cultivation, less enthusiasm, less energy from it, and hence you start actually to burn out the more you are doing these things, because you either have outgrown them, their essence doesn't actually resonate with you, it's inauthentic to you, to your right now. It doesn't mean that things that are authentic to you, that they are staying in this way, because everything and everybody is evolving. So some things can get in this alignment to you because your own core frequency, your own growth of soul, spirit, and body of flesh grows so much so that the resonance stops. Hence, it becomes inauthentic to you. Hence, there is no correspondence. Hence, there is no energy cultivation anymore there. And then you, because for whatever ignorant reasons or for whatever so-called disciplined reasons, you think like, I must do this continuously, and I must kick my ass and bite my ass myself to it, so I can show myself up for this and that. But the problem with this is it doesn't become better. Neither for your mental health, for your emotional health or psychic health, neither for your energy levels. Hence also why this unconscious burnout, this unconsciousness also drives certain people to abuse certain type of, you know, products such as coffee or any type of light drugs, to make them artificially boosted in energy and enthusiasm, you know. So that is very important. Why burning out is actually not a bad thing. For me, burning out symbolizes you are done with this, you are for real done with this, and also symbolizes you were also in a big portion of your life or in this time period in this alignment to your natural frequency, to your natural instincts, intuition, who have should told you you are done with it. You can move on to the next thing. What you already know inside of you, you need to do, but you ignored it. and ignorantly pursued it further and further until you burnt out. So burning out for me is also a huge ego death, because most of our people, most we we embody ourselves with the things we are doing. Also, there's a huge part of our own self-identification with the things we are pursuing and with what we are doing, which is not wrong. It's alright, it's important to have this crystallized self that helps you to function in certain ways, to pursue these things. But what happens in burning out is um, that your ego, in regards of being that, doing this, doing that, burns up. Your self image burns up, becomes destroyed, forcefully kind of destroyed, and is forced to retreat and reflecting yourself. So it's a huge ego death, actually, a huge opportunity at the same time to use this ego death, to use the energy of death to refocus yourself on self-healing, self-nurturing, and that's also rediscovering actually your intuition, your instincts, what you actually should do and actually should work upon. Then you can redirect this death energy, this ego death, into something more healthier, something more in alignment to you, something more that is beneficial to yourself and ultimately to anyone who is in a relationship with you in a good way. So that is why, in back to Belial, that's why Belial does it. That when they're working with Belial, is he gives you this amount of energy so you can much more faster discover these aforementioned things that I've told you. And the more you experience that, the more you learn to use these energies of Belial, of these powers, the more it is easier for you to transition into more and more the better version of yourself that is in alignment to evolution, to your authenticity, to your actual life goals, and yeah, on a fast lane of growth actually. So it sounds harsh, it sounds negative in a way that Belial can potentially, generally speaking, induce burnout by their disciples or by initiates and practitioners deeply working with him. But I came to the understanding or gnosis and insight why this is the case. So yeah, demonic beings, they work differently than angelic beings. They work so more with the powers of the shadows, of the structure of the subconscious. And this is one aspect that I came to know from Belial, that he will work through you in this way, which is very interesting, very liberating actually, in a certain degree. But yeah, I hope you can learn from it, you can grow from it, and I hope you take these informations very much so into your practical and theoretical considerations. Now God bless, and we shall see and hear us surely again.